To Saturday Live with me, Tracy Gold, where we do a real and live and raw styling session dealing with a particular topic. And today I have put on completely transparent, I'm just being completely transparent. These are not my boobs. Well, they are my boobs, but they're seriously pushed up with 3 push-up bras. So I have not had a boob job, and I wanted to use, I wanted to find a way to show you tips on how to make your bust look smaller if that's what you're after. Now, let me say up front again, listen, this gets real and raw, right? So I have not got big boobs. I wish I had. In my dream life, I have big boobs, but we're dealing with how to dress them, because I understand that sometimes it can be pretty tough to dress them, even if you love them, because to get clothes that fit you and that look good on you is sometimes a big challenge. And so today we're going to be talking about that. So each live, let me just tell you how these lives work. So in the beginning of the show, I'm going to give you the content piece, which is the tips, right? So there's a topic of choice and we talk about that specific topic. I'm going to demonstrate in real time live with you how you can implement these tips, the best styling tips that I have, that I've gained over 20 years of experience styling and designing for women, right? So first of all, I'm going to do that, and that will help those of you who are watching in the replay, because you may not want to have to go through all the "hi everybody, how you doing" kind of stuff, right? So I get it. So let me know in the chat if you are here. Come on, say hello. And even if you're in the replay, I'd love to know that. Then while I'm doing the presentation, like while I'm doing the tips, I am going to be sharing QR codes on the screen. And these are going to look something like this, okay? So you will see sometimes a QR code will come on the top of the screen, and sometimes it's going to come in the bottom of the screen. Now, this is an example of how they come in the bottom of the screen. So this is a QR code that you can scan at any given time. So let's say I'm talking about a tip and you go, "Oh, whoa, wait, where is that blouse from? I want that. You can go ahead and scan that. Now, the thing is that this technology is supposed to be pushing the links inside of the chat. I'm not sure if they are. So for ease's sake, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go ahead and put the link to the page where most of the items that we're going to be talking about are on that page. If there is a different page, I will guide you to that as well during the show. Okay, and then there is a time for Q&A. By the way, if you see my hand going up to the screen, it's because I'm managing the chat, right? Like I'm managing the different tabs on here. So then there is a chance for you to Q&A. So you can ask your questions. Feel free to ask as many questions as possible. That's why I'm here, ladies, because so many times we have questions and we feel that we can't necessarily reach out to somebody and ask. This is the time and place for you to do that. Ask as many questions as you like for the duration of this live. Then there is a shopping opportunity, and there is no pressure. This is not a pressurized situation. I don't believe in doing high pressure sales. It's really around, hey, if you are struggling to find clothes that suit your body shape, you are struggling to find clothes that fit you at any given time because you're going through a style transition, you may want to really shop these things. And so this gives you an open time to ask me about any item in the collection, and it doesn't have to necessarily be related to making our bust look smaller. In fact, you may be fine with your bust size and have no problem with that. Okay, shoo, I am feeling let me tell you girls, I'm just going to be completely honest. This is not comfortable. 3 push-up bras. So I'm going to go through these pretty quickly and hopefully we'll get through them in no time. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the QR code up here for the collection, and feel free to take a look at that because that will help you. It's also the chat, the comment, it's in the comment, it's in the chats. And for those in the replay, I will put it into the comments after the live because these disappear for 24 hours. I don't know, YouTube. Really, sometimes I'm like, it's so annoying. All right, so let's get stuck into the tips. And girls, let me tell you, I have got 3 push-up bras on to create this cleavage, right? Like I really wish at times that I had this cleavage, but that's not where I'm blessed. And so So I had to really create this look artificially to give you girls the tips, right? Because there's no point in me doing it on Stella, because Stella doesn't have big boobs either. And by the way, Stella is my mannequin. So I've tried doing it on Stella. It doesn't really work. She's a little bit bigger than me, but not that much. Yeah, 3 push-up bras. I'm telling you the things I do to show you the tips I ask you. And it's really uncomfortable. GTO, it's like, oh my goodness. Good to see you, GTO mama. All right, so let's get stuck in, because I've got quite a few. I've actually got more than 5. I've said 5. I have 5 main ones, and then I'm also going to take you through some styles that are really going to help you with this. All right, so if you have big boobs, one of the challenges that you are going to find, and I see this so many times with my clients, and I've kind of exaggerated this, but actually this, I mean, you know, this wrap, because it is from my collection, does actually give coverage to where even if I'm bending down, even with my 3 bras, it's not going to show cleavage, okay? But I understand that that isn't necessarily the case for everybody. And so I'm going to give you tips that are not just based on my clothing and my collection, but on clothing that you may have in your closet. So if you have a top that is really just showing way too much cleavage, okay? And I'm sure that you've got those in. The tendency, and this is always the temptation for women who are wanting to cover their boobs, is to go for something bigger, go for a bigger size. I don't want you to do that. I actually don't want you to go for a bigger size. I want you to choose the size that works for your shape, that gives you shape, okay? And then I'm going to show you a trick on how to make that work. But before we get stuck into that, oh, and by the way, I have a really exciting announcement that I'll be announcing later on in the show. So stick with me. So the first and most important thing that you can do as a woman with boobs, with big boobs, is to go and get your bra fitted properly. I cannot tell you the amount of times that I have worked with somebody and their bras are so bad that we have to go bra shopping first before we can put anything on them, because nothing fits right. So girls, most of us, and it will vary dramatically from brand to brand. I'm just going to tell you honestly, I buy from Pepper Bras. I really love them because I am a small cup. I'm a 34A. I've also been a 30D. I've been a 32B. I've been a 32C. I've been a whole bunch of different sizes that in different brands. So my recommendation is go to a brand that you think is going to fit you and measure yourself, go according to their chart, or find somebody who can help you with this. Now, I know that pre-COVID, this was a very difficult situation, but nowadays, a lot of the bra companies have got live chat, and they can talk you through the process. What you want to make sure is that you are not popping out too much, okay? So with this, I'm going to show you kind of you don't want a double boob situation. So even though I'm a small cup, right? I've had some bras that have cut me right here, and it actually creates a double boob on one boob. It's not attractive. It doesn't work, and it makes it very difficult to get the right bra. I can even feel now, because I've got all this push-up, it's happening. You may not be able to see it because of on camera, it's harder to see, and because I'm wearing a print. But if I wear a plain color, you will see it. I want you to be able to wear your bras regardless of what you're wearing, because they fit you so well. So whether you're wearing a print or whether you're a plain, it doesn't really matter because they fit you well. So you need the cup to cover. You need the cup to work with your band. And very importantly, because this is important when it comes to the tips that we're going to discuss today, your girls need to be hanging at the right level. I've seen a lot of women who are wearing bras that push down and out. Okay, or that over time the elastic has stretched out so much that they're hanging down here. So I've even done workshops, live workshops, where with a woman's permission, I've actually gone in and just picked up her bra strap, and it first of all, it gives her way more of a waist. It actually completely changes the way her whole look is. and she looks thinner straight away. She looks slimmer straight away. So the right bra is the first and most important thing that you can do. And I would say that that's probably true for every single woman, but especially when you have bigger girls. Okay, then you absolutely need to get fitted. You need help. And anytime, and this is something that is not true for my collection, but it is absolutely true for bras. You do need to, when you go through any form of a body change, you lose weight, you gain weight, you whatever, you need to remeasure and you need to get new bras. You also need to hand wash your bras. Please, girls, hand wash them, because what happens is that the wiring gets all mixed up in the washing machine, the spin cycle. It's really bad. You will find that they will lose shape much quicker and they're not going to fit you as well, especially if they have under wire. So hand wash your bras, take care of them, and reassess. You might have to replace them every 6 months. I know it is expensive. It is expensive, but it's something that I think you need to factor into your wardrobe on a yearly basis. So some bras may last you a year, some only 6 months. You might need to have them adjusted. You need to adjust the straps, check them, because they stretch out with wear and with washing, right? They really do. So that's the first thing, is get your foundation right, okay? Then, now we're going to talk about how to deal with the tops. When they're too small. Okay, so rather than, I'm going to repeat what I said earlier. Rather than getting a top that is going to cover the girls, okay, and give you enough coverage, if you don't have that choice. So with my collection, you will find that I have a lot of wrap to my wraps, specifically for this reason, because I've worked with so many women who have boobs. And then it doesn't really matter if you don't, you just do more of the ruching. But instead of getting a style that's not going to work, that's going to have you pop, like either you go popping out or you go bigger and baggier. Let me tell you, girls, big and baggy doesn't work. So this is the thing as well. I find a lot of women go big and baggy to try and cover up the bust. That actually can make your whole body look big. And so I don't want that. So the first thing, we're just going to recap. The first tip is to get your bras sorted out. Get the best bras. Make sure, invest as much as you can for where you're at in your life. Okay, so as much as you can, find the right bras and be prepared to invest in those. Number two, avoid wearing baggy clothes, because baggy is going to make just your whole body look bigger. Number three, now we're going to discuss, which I've been alluding to and coming back to and alluding to and coming back to, is really around making sure that you have got, that you rather choose a size that fits your shape, and then let me show you what you're going to do. So I'm going to step out of the shot real quick for a few seconds and just go and because I have to show this to you, right? So this is what often happens, right? When we have got, we've got boobs, it's like, this is normally what's happening. And so you feel like you're never going to be covered. All right. I don't want that to happen for you. What we're rather going to do is, let me show you this option. Instead of going for a bigger size where it's not going to give you the same kind of shape, rather, and I've had this happen so many times with clients where they're like, oh, Tracy, I still need a little bit more extra in the top. And I just give them this tip and it works like a bomb. And then it works for their whole wardrobe and they're so excited. Okay, so this is, now can you see how many? Okay, no, I've predominantly got nude bras on, so you can't see how many bras I have. Now, look at the difference between this and between what I was doing, where I was really kind of bulging out of my dress. Now, so this could be a cami. It doesn't necessarily have to be a body stocking. I will share the link to the body stocking because it is a really great one. Let me show you. It is a lifesaver for so many women. Here we go. So this is the body stocking. So if you want to grab one of those, feel free to do so, or just for the information on there. Okay, so this is the difference now. Can you see what a difference this makes? It's unbelievable, because now what it does is it cuts the expanse of the bust. So what I find is that often when you, rather than taking a bigger size, rather go and put the top on underneath it, especially if it's a darker color and it's actually going to cut the expanse. Now I don't have to worry. I can bend down. I'm good to go. It's absolutely fine. And the nice thing is that sometimes you may want to show a little bit of cleavage. Maybe you go out in the evening with your partner, or you go for a girls' night and you want to show a bit of cleavage. Well, it allows you to do that. You can wear those same tops, pop a cami on underneath it or a body stocking, and it makes it more wearable for, say, work or for occasions where you don't necessarily want to have it popping out. Okay, so this is the number one. And let me just say to you, this is probably my most important tip for women, is to do this exact thing. The next one is to also work with V necklines. So a lot of V neckline, scoop neckline, that is very flattering. I especially really love V necklines because V necklines draw the eye down the body. They can cut the expanse. And if you're wearing the cami on underneath or the body stocking on underneath, that's going to make a very big difference for you as well, because then you don't ever have to worry about it and it draws the eye down. Let me show you some other examples of what you can do with this. And by the way, as well, girls, I don't want you to feel like you have to wear just black to try and cover up your boobs, because that's also not necessarily going to be your best bet, right? You can wear color, you can wear print, you can have fun with styles. It's just learning how to work them. You can even wear, and I'll talk about it just now, you can even wear high up necklines. It's just in learning how to do it. So I'll show you that just now. Now, another example of I'll use this one because this one will show the contrast. So the magic blouse is also another style. Now, another style that is really very, very flattering for women who have boobs. And I'll show you why, because let me just share this one. Do I have this one here? Do I have the magic blouse? Let me just check. I think I might not have. Hold on, let me just get this real quick for you. Magic. I have it in various different prints. Let me just see. Yes, okay, here we go. All right, and I'm just going to add this to there we go. I'll just show that there. Okay, perfect. Now, this is a style, and I have it in different prints. If you don't like the snake print, it's not a problem. But this is really a great style for women who have boobs, because it draws the eye down as opposed to across the body. What it also does is it draws the eye up here. This is a very, very flattering part of your body. It's an extremely flattering part of your body. It's generally one of your narrowest points. And again, this comes down to your bra, because if your girls are hanging in the right place, this will be easy for you. You'll be able to get that kind of definition. But if it isn't, you're going to struggle with the style. Okay, so again, it comes down to the bras are really, really important. It makes a huge difference. Then you can also wear this as a crossover as well, which also can work because, again, it's a V neckline. So either you can tie it, if you can ballerina top it, if you can reach. Doesn't always reach, depends on the width of the fabric as well. And you can also wear this as a wrap top. I'll show you that option as well. Every item that you see, girls, really has got multiple different wears. And again, defining your waist is going to be a really good, I know you probably hear me say that all the time, and it is because it's true. Just a second, I want to find the belt. Where is the snake belt? Just a second. See, this is Girls Wear It's Live, right? Where is the snaky snake? Okay, so let me just, oh, you know what? I'll just grab a brown one. It's fine. So this is how you can wear it, like that. Okay, and again, let me say that this is not going to work for you if you're not wearing your girls at the right level. If your girls are not hanging at the right level. So I want to make sure that your girls are hanging at the right level so that you can even do this, because you will find it very challenging. It will shorten your waist if you do that. if your girls are not hanging at the right level. So this is a really, but again, to me, I feel like this is one of the most flattering silhouettes that you can wear, almost regardless of what your bust size is, but especially if you have boobs, because it draws the eye down the body. It also draws the eye away from the tummy. And for those women who feel like maybe your bust and your tummy is all in one, that sometimes happens, especially as we go through menopause, as we go through those various hormonal changes. This actually fakes the waist. This creates the illusion of a waist. Again, I want to say it's important that you have the right bra. I know I'm saying it a lot, girls, but it really is that important. Okay, let me show you another trick that so you will notice that most of my dresses are V necklines. My wrap dresses, even my jumpsuit has got a V neckline. But what happens when you want to wear a scoop neck or a high up neckline? What do you do then? Because sometimes the temptation is to rather, to go high up. Let me say that if you are very busty, high up necklines are going to be a challenge for you. I'm just going to say it. That is the way it is, because it can make you look like you've got one big boob. But there are some ways that you can do it. So you don't always listen, girls, there are so many things that you can wear that maybe you think you can't, but there's just ways of styling them that will make it work. And this is one of the things that you can do. So if you have a high up neckline, and sometimes you want a high up neckline because maybe you don't love your décolleté, that's me. Maybe you don't you just need a little bit of warmth. That's also me. This is a really great way to give yourself some definition. I'm going to show you two different options. This is one of my favorites. And in fact, it can work for girls who don't have boobs as well. So what this does is, by wearing a necklace that draws the eye down the body and ends up here again in your solar plexus, that actually draws the eye down. So it separates and lifts. Does that make sense to you? So this, and let me just show you. So this is actually a vintage piece. I'll share this on the, let me just see. Oh, yes, here it is. Okay, so this is a vintage piece here. And one of the reasons why I started collecting these is because, especially in summertime, I have these lovely dresses, and sometimes you need that break of the high up neckline for women. And so this draws the eye down the body. It does the separate and lift without having to necessarily wear a V neckline. Okay, so this is one of the ways that you can do it. Another way that you can do it is to put something over it that's going to cut the expanse. So this is a great example. This is the magic blouse. This is actually the magic blouse with the shimmer. So it has a lovely shimmer effect. So nice. I can actually come up quite close to the camera today because we're doing mostly, top half kind of stuff. You can see there's the shimmer. So this is the same as the snake blouse, but it has the shimmer to it, and it's also in a very lightweight stretch fabric. So you see how this also helps to cut the expanse. So here you have the high up neckline, and then you can put the magic blouse over that, and that cuts the expanse of it. Does that make sense to you? Because a high up neckline, it can make you look very booby. And if you've got broad shoulders, it's also going to make that look very broad and the top part of your body look very broad. And what I don't want you to do is to kind of swathe yourself in very voluminous things, because that's just going to make your whole body look bigger. Now, obviously, this dress can be belted, it can be worn multiple different ways, but if you are the kind of woman who does love this kind of dress, but you feel like you look a little bit booby, pop on a necklace or pop on a magic blouse over it, and you're good to go. Okay, do you see the difference that it makes? It really draws the eye down the body. Then there's some other styles. So there's also I'll show you in a second. I have a lot of styles. pardon me, that works very well for this because I have got so many clients who have got boobs, right? Maybe because I'm lusting after their boobs. Not because I'm no, not let me take that back. I hope you know what I'm saying. I mean, I'm envious of their boobs, not that I'm lusting after their boobs. Oh, Tracy, keep your mouth shut. Okay, so let me show you another one that's really cool. And this one, now this I wouldn't wear the black with this, but I would just wear it like I would wear an olive green, or I'd wear a white cami or something like that. But I'm just going to show you. This is a very easy fit wrap blouse. And let me tell you, one of my clients ordered one of these, and she said to me, Trace, it feels like I'm still popping out, right? So even though there is a lot of wrap in this blouse, you might still find that you feel like you're popping out of it, right? And if that is the case, A, lucky you, but B, just pop a cami on underneath. And I told her that, and she was like, okay, let me go and try that. And she was like, oh my goodness, that works so well. And then she's doing it with all of her things. Okay, so that's the reason why I tell women, because if we keep going, and I mean, I would have happily given her another size because I want her to be happy. But ultimately, rather than going up another size, which is then going to be maybe too much, and it isn't going to give her the shape that she's looking for, rather pop the cami on underneath. So this is another one. Again, and listen, girls, the other thing is print helps to disguise. Print helps to disguise a whole bunch of things. It also disguises bra straps. It disguises a whole bunch of things. Even if, let me say to you, even if you're having a day where all your other bras are in the wash and you don't have the best bra, pop on like a more fitted wrap or something with a print on it, and you will find it will disguise. Because if you have a double boob over here because your bra is not fitting you properly, and you wear it with a plain fabric, you are going to see that, and you're going to see it badly. Whereas in a print, you may get away with it. You probably will get away with it for that day. Now, ultimately, it's not the ideal because you don't want that for all the time, but it really makes it really, really can help you. Okay, so this is the girls, this is the wrap, and this comes in different fabrics as well. Let me show you some other. Do you want what was the other? Let me just see. Cut the expanse. Not baggy wrap. Yes, I've told you those ones. All right. And are there any questions, girls? Are there any questions? So I've given you quite a few tips along the lines of dressing the top part of your body. The other thing that I want to talk about is creating a sense of balance regardless. So let me just hide this out. Let me just move that out of the way. Okay, so if you are very top heavy, one of the things that you want to do is you want to balance the bottom part of your body. And sometimes what happens is that we focus so much on the top part of our body that we forget about dressing the whole body as, your body as a whole. So let me share with you a few tips around that. So I'm actually going to put on, which dress? Let me see. Oh, yes, I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to put on this one. Okay, so, and then I'll take my jeans off so I can show you properly as the whole body. Because, when we want to cover up something, we tend to focus all our attention on covering that up. But what you want to do is to rather create a sense of balance. A sense of balance is going to make such a big difference, and you won't feel like you're hiding. You just look stylish. Okay, so this is let me just stand out. Oh, second. Let me just put this. This is a wrap dress. And again, you'll notice that it wraps over really nicely. There's a lot of wrap. Even with all my bras on, I feel like I'm completely covered. Plus, I have the body stocking on underneath. Okay. And now let me just put my shoes on. Whenever I'm showing you full length, I want to put shoes on. Okay. So this is what I want you to see. If you are wide, if you're big on the bust, what you don't want to do is do this. Okay, you don't want to wear bottoms that are going to go super skinny. So that may look like super skinny jeans. It may look like super skinny pencil skirts. It may look like really, really straight, because what that's going to do is it's going to emphasize that this is the widest point. Rather, wear things that have a little bit of flare at the bottom. Okay, and that could mean a slim leg pant rather than a skinny pant. It may mean like a skirt or a dress that has got flare, because what that can do is that can create an illusion of an hourglass shape. Sometimes women are very heavy at the top, but not so much at the bottom. And if you're okay with that, that's fine. But you still want to balance your shape, right? You still want to create that illusion of an hourglass. So by adding wearing something that has flare at the bottom, it makes your bust actually look small in comparison. So there's also that. Sometimes we focus so much attention on dressing the parts that we're wanting to hide that we don't look at our bodies as a whole. Because if you look at your body as a whole, that's how other people are looking at you. They're not just, okay, except for the men. Now the men in the meeting, maybe the men could be, if they're a boob guy, they could be just looking at your boobs. But for the most part, people are looking at you as a whole. And even so, that will help to de-emphasize the boobs, right? It will de-emphasize the whole body. It works like a charm. Let me give you another example. Let me just see. Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna get just a second. Let me get something. Okay. So let's talk about pants and jeans. See, I'm going by the fly, girls, because this is what happens. Now, what I want to show you is I want to show you the alternatives, and I'm not sure how well this is going to work. I'm hoping it's going to work properly to show this to you, but let's see. I don't know if it will translate on camera, but I'm hoping that it will. I'm going to put on a pair of slim leg jeans, okay? So the slim leg, basically the difference between, and I'll show you up close on the camera just now, the difference between a skinny and a slim leg is more that the slim leg has just got a little bit more around the ankle or around. It's not quite a flare. It's not quite a flare, but it's kind of it just has a little bit more volume, right? It's not as skinny at the bottom. And this is specifically for women, who would kind of consider themselves an apple shape. And I hate those terms, because I find that often women feel very discouraged by them and also can't figure out what shape they are. But let's say if your widest point is around this part of your body, okay, and you feel like the whole top part of your body, so you've got boobs and you've got a tummy and you feel like you don't have much of a bum, and then you've got skinny legs. So let's say that. Then the tendency, and this is what some stylists will say, is like, okay, well, let's put on a bigger top on the top to kind of cover up your bust, and then put on skinny jeans. I actually think that's the worst thing that you can do, because you can end up looking more like a lollipop. So it makes the top part of your body look even more expansive and the bottom part of your body even more skinny. So in comparison, you're not getting the balance. Whereas if you are big on the bust, okay, and you want to balance, rather go for something that is more of a slim leg that has got a little bit extra here. Okay, so it has a little bit, I'm going to come up close to the camera when I take these off and show you. A little bit extra here. And what that does is it creates almost like a grounding for your look. So you still can have this so that it shows off that you've got lovely shaped legs and you look really good. And then wear a top that is more fitted, but that still gives you, and that gives you shape. So let me see as an example. Okay, let me do this. This is exactly what I'm going to do. So this is the look I'm going to create. So underneath I have the body stocking. Let's just do this all together. So I have the body stocking, okay? And then I'm wearing the magic blouse over that, which is now cutting the expanse of my bust and taking me away there. all right? Now I'm putting on a pair of slim leg pants or jeans, not skinny. So there's a difference. Now, can you see? I don't know if you can see this, but there's more of a balance to my look. However, if I were to take it and I'm going to change into the skinny jeans. And again, I understand that this is a harder one because even with my three bras, it may not be apparent to you. I mean, I can feel it. It's so uncomfortable. I feel like it's giving me a headache, actually, to wear three padded bras, tight padded, and I've got them on tight to really give me some cleavage. All right. Now, hold on. Do you see how this is now a little less balanced? Now, still I have this top to help me, but let's do something baggier. Oh, wait, hold on. I've got a t-shirt somewhere. Oh, wait, I know exactly what I'm going to do. Hold a second. Yes, I have. I have got a t-shirt. Okay, whoops, things are falling. Okay, so this is crumpled, guys. This is the raw and real. So this is what we often do. Okay, we do this big and baggy to cover it up because we've got boobs and we want to hide our boobs. And then we go skinny jeans. Well, now what are we noticing the most? We're going to notice this the most. We're going to notice this as opposed to, and I'm going to do it again. Okay, so as opposed to even if you're wearing the skinny jeans, okay, go with a top that's more fitted. That already is going to downsize your bust and to give you more balance. Okay, now you see that? Now I'm going to take it to the next level. And I'm going to put hello, Dawn. So good to see you, girl. Dawn, is this making sense? I don't know. It's hard for me to tell how much you're seeing. My screen is tiny. So I hope it's translating. Okay, now I'm going to put on the slim leg. Now the difference, I'll show you just a second, and I'll show you in a minute what the difference is between a slim leg and a skinny. But can you see now? Does that make sense? Okay, that's great. So it makes perfect sense. So, the thing is, what I never want women to do is to try and dress the top part of their body and forget about the rest if they're busty. Rather, let me give you something that's going to work for your body shape as a whole, and that it's going to give you that look as a whole. So what you'll notice is that with skinny, they're really, really skinny, right? They end right at they end at the ankle. There isn't much extra. It's this type of thing, right? It's really skinny. It's very, very straight. Whereas with these, they have a little bit extra. Okay, so those are the kinds of things that you want to bear in mind. The other thing that you might want to do is, you can also layer with longer layers to create long, elongated looks. So let me show you an example of that. Okay, so let me do, oh yes, I'm going to keep my jeans on. Oh, I know exactly what I'm going to do. Yes. So instead of you can also wear these wrap dresses as a duster. Okay, so let me show you how you do that. This is also really flattering. And this is kind of whether you have a bust or not, whether you have big boobs or not. So you can wear the wrap dress as a duster. And do you see how this can draw the eye down the body? And this gives you so much, it really cuts the expanse of the bust. So you can also wear just a very simple top on underneath. If you are wearing something that is solid, like I would go with something more V neckline because that's going to help. Or wear it as a t-shirt or a high neck and do this. Excuse me. Or do this. Pop on there we go. Do you see? So that makes a big difference because then if this is solid, draw the eye down and it defines you. This is your favorite trick? Oh, that's so good, Dawn. Yeah, this is a really, really helpful trick. Are you talking about the necklace or are you talking about the layering of the wrap dress? It makes such a it makes such a difference because it just takes away. Now, what you don't want to do is put it right here at the same line as your bust or right into your cleavage because that is going to place all the emphasis. Rather go down there. Oh, turning the wrap dress into a duster. Yeah, that is my favorite. There's another thing that you can do as well. And this is this is my favorite thing to do is also you can take it and do this. Oh, this is so fun. Okay, look at how this can also de-emphasize the bust. This makes such a big difference. Look at that. Do you see what I mean? Again, cutting the bust, cutting the expanse of the bust. Woo! It's so fab. It's really good. Okay, so are there any other questions? Dawn, do you have any questions? Are you a busty girl? Oh, you love it? That's so cool. All right, the other thing I wanted to say to you girls is that I have got some wrap blouses. Some wrap tops that are on sale that are $100 off. So if you want to take a look at that, let me just show you the, do I have that? No, I don't. Let me just put that in the chat real quick. I'll put the sales page. I don't often do sales. It's just that I had this, I have these tops that were made in South Africa and I've got just a few left over. And so I was able to do that. These are not customizable though. They're as is. Okay, so here we go. Those are some sale items. So if you are looking for some wrap tops, these are a great place to start, to dip your toe into the collection. But I have to say that each of these items, everything is customizable. Everything, you can choose your fabric, you can choose your length, you can make it just exactly as you want it to be. So, okay. So are there any other questions? Can I take off my 3 bras now? I'm like, these are so uncomfortable. These are so, I can't believe how much it takes to, I'm wondering, is this how it feels to have boobs because it's the weight, or is it just because the bras are so uncomfortable? I'm not quite sure. I mean, there's like, I don't know if it's that apparent, but it really is apparent to me. I was like, wow, that's what it would look like if I had boobs. All right, I'm just going to step out of this real quick and just take off some of these extras. Oh, my goodness, they're so uncomfortable. It's crazy. All right, and let me know if you have any questions in the chat. Woo! Okay, just a second. The things I do, girls, to give you tips. Now I can just put my normal. I can breathe properly now. Okay, just a second. I'm just getting decent, girls. Okay. Yes to both questions. Okay. Cool. How are you doing, Dawn? It's lovely to see you, girl. It's been a while. Whew! Now I feel so much better. I think it was giving me a headache. All this, like, you know, tying it tight here. Oh, it's giving me a headache. It was crazy. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so I have a big announcement to make, which I'm very excited about. So this fabric that you see here, this snake fabric, I was able to get some more of the snake fabric, which is very unusual. I normally cannot get any more of it. This one and the mermaid. hold on, let me show you the mermaid. Oh, the mermaid is delicious. It's so good. These are two of my favorite prints that I've worked with. This is the mermaid. Okay, so these two I've been able to get some more fabric of. And I don't know if any of you remember the Co-ord. Do any of you remember the Co-ord that I did? So I did the pants and I did the pants and the skirt. I'm sorry, the pants and the top and the dress. And you could wear them, you could interchange them and wear them many different ways. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be creating the Co-ord again. So we're going to do like the skirt Co-ord, the pants Co-ord, and the dress. And so you're going to be able to customize your own Co-ord and choose your fabrics. So on Saturday, next Saturday, I'm going to be doing a show on 2 pieces, 10 outfits. I want to see if I can create 10 outfits from 2 pieces. I reckon I can. Have you seen this, Dawn? Have you seen the Co-ord? I think I must show. If you have not seen it, I'll show it to you. So I whipped this one. I whipped the skirt. The pants I already had. The top I already had, but the pants I had, but the skirt I created. So okay, so let me show. And then you can have it in different fabrics. So this is the thing that I realized is that even though these are thin fabrics, you can layer them in wintertime. So you can layer them and wear them multiple different ways and get them all year round. Okay. So this is, let me give you a sneak peek, Dawn. I'll give you a sneak peek. So this is the Co-ord. Let me show you the various aspects of the Co-ord. Okay, so we're probably going to do the dress later. We'll do the dress for spring. But this is the skirt. Okay, and this has got the triangle hem. So, oh, this is so fun. See, I haven't even tried it on this morning yet. I haven't even tried it on. I've got it a little bit skew though. Hold on, let me just put it on properly. Okay, that's better. I just want to get this into oh, there we go. This into the right position. So this is and what's nice is that you can wear it as high or as low as you want to. So it's shorter on the one side and then it's longer in the front and the back. Yes. And the wonderful thing is, Dawn, these are crease resistant. So when you first take them out of your suitcase, they may look a little bit creased, but then they don't anymore. That you just hang them up for a few hours and the creases are gone. I took mine to Rome with me and it was an absolute blessing, let me tell you, because it was so hot there, but then I'd still need coverage because sometimes you go into a church or into a, or it gets a little cooler in the evening or whatever the case is. So you can either choose. So these are going to be the pieces. So you'll have the magic blouse, okay? The magic blouse, the skirt. Hold on, it's coming. More's coming. I'm actually going to show you the dress as well. I think I'm just going to show you the dress. Have I got the dress as well? I've got the short version of the dress, but you can have a long version of the dress if you want to. I'll show you just a second. All right, first let me put on the pants. These pants are super cool because, pardon me. Okay, so they're very weird looking when you first get them. But I've finally got them because I had to try and test them a couple of times to get them right, but I've got them right now. Okay, so this is what they look like. It actually has a wide leg. I'll show you that in a second. But what this is there's no elasticated waist and it's very, very, it's very adaptive. You can take this little piece here. There's a little elastic piece and you put in around the button. I'm tongue-tied today, Dawn. I'm sorry. See there. And then you pull these 2 pieces to the front. and you can adjust them as you like. So you can take this a little bit higher up if you want to. You can take it a little bit lower if you want to, depending on where your tummy is. And then, hold on. So you either can have it long like this you can do with a wide leg, or you can tie it like this. I like to tie it like this. I find it much more fun. With this particular fabric, when you do wash it, even though you hand wash it, it actually needs to be ironed. It doesn't shrink per se, but I think there's a little bit of stretch in the length of it. And so it kind of crumples up a little bit, and then you just iron it flat out like that, and it works like a charm. It was the weirdest thing when I first washed the pants. I was like, why are they shorter? And then I checked, because I checked shrinkage, and there was no shrinkage on them. There was not that. It's just that it needs to be ironed flat with steam, and then it hangs out beautifully. Okay, then let me show you the dress. Dawn, did you ever see these dresses in last summer? The three-way dresses. Let me get out the mermaid as well. I'll show you the mermaid. And it's going to be available in different fabrics. So you can choose your fabrics. You don't have to, oh, it's right there. I was looking for it. Okay, and then there is the dress. I know, right? Like listen, I'm not a fan of elasticated waists, and I wanted something that would be adjustable, and I wanted something that's going to be easy to fit, and I wanted something that was going to look fabulous. And unfortunately, this doesn't work in thicker fabric. I've tried about 3 different fabrics, and it doesn't work in thicker fabric, but in this fabric, it works perfectly. And even though I'm in New York and it's cold, I wore this with, tights on underneath and a sweater and my coat over it, and I was fine. And socks, long socks. And it was perfect. So I was like, you can wear this anytime. Okay, so let me show you the 3-way dress. Oh, you remember the 3-way? Okay. So let me show you this one. And what's so cool is that the body stocking now makes it also versatile. So, oh, I love this. Oh, this is so much fun. So this is the short version, but you can have the long version. Okay? I got this. Yes, I have got this right. So this is the short version, but you can have the long version. And then the top can also go over it. Like this. So if you're wanting it to look like a dress with a sleeve, then you've got that. And you can still wear it when it's chilled with the body stocking on underneath it. And leggings or tights or whatever the case is. Dawn, just remind me, where do you live? I can't remember exactly which part of the US you live. Oh, in Rhode Island. So you're also cold. It's also cold. You got similar weather to me, right? Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have the skirt, the top, the dress, and the pants. Yes. A little north. Ooh, okay. A little north. All right. That is cold then. But Dawn, have you found, I mean, I've been in New York for 5 years now. We are definitely not having as cold winters as we used to. It is definitely not as cold. We'll have like little cold spats, but it's not nearly as cold as when I first came here. Like not even remotely. I've gotten soft too. I don't mind though, because I really enjoy you know, I don't mind a little bit of cold weather, but like freezing cold, I'm not into. Let me just see. Do I have a clip hanger? Okay, I don't think I have a clip hanger. So essentially, we're gonna do wacky weather. Yeah, crazy. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the pants. We're gonna do the skirt. So the pants, the skirt. Hold on. Let me just get them together. I need to get my clip hangers out. Okay, the pants, the skirt, the top, the dress, and the body stocking. And then you can choose which pieces you want. So do you prefer a dress and a top and then the pants? Like one of the clients, she got this top, she got the dress, and she got the pants, and then she had everything together. When I went to Italy, that's what I took with me. I took the whole snake Co-ord because I was like, that's brilliant. And then with the skirt, it's also fun. And then there's going to be different fabrics. So you can also have it in a more wintry, you can have the skirt Co-ord in a more wintry fabric if you want. But there's going to be the mermaid. So this is the long version of the dress. I'll show you the long version of the dress. Okay, and the pants are there as well. Hold on, let me put the long version of the dress. Now this would go better with navy. This is so good. Oh, this is so beautiful. I love this dress. I love this fabric. I was so excited I could get it again because often I can't. You know, they only get a small amount of the fabric and then that's it. And I saw that they happen to have more, and I was like, oh wow! I think they acquired more by some fluke. My two favorite fabrics, they acquired more. Oops! Just a second. Let me take my earpods. Whoops. Okay. Just a second. All right. So this is the long version of the three-way dress. And so this you can either have the long dress or you can have the short dress. And then you can have the top to go over it. And the skirt or the pants. Or both. It's so beautiful. And you know what, Dawn? It's got that very elongating look as well. What's nice about the snake is that the snake has got, and this is one of my personal favorite things about the snake, is that it has all these neutral colors in it. So it has black, brown, rust, and it's got a little bit of like a teal color. So I actually wore the pants with a teal sweater, and it looked amazing. But then I could wear the same teal sweater with the pants of this one. And so that way it can warm it up. Let me show you. Oh, hold on. Let me get my sweater and I'll show you how I wore this one the other day. This works so nicely too. So you may have like a blue sweater or a navy sweater or something like that. Let me just, these are the pants. Again, it's got that brilliant, like little, here we go. And then I wore the sweater with it. And with tights on underneath and socks, it was fine. It was absolutely fine. And I was like, this really can be all season. Look at that. And so you can just tuck in a little bit there and have it a little bit loose around. And then, I mean, how cool is this? And then you could even put the sweater over the dress and make it look like a skirt. So that's also an option. I don't think I'm going to have a problem with 10 outfits because I'm doing the show on Saturday. I'm going to do the outfits I know, right? I'm gonna do, and this actually goes nicely. I like it. So this is the other thing I like about Snake, is that Snake is almost like a neutral. Snake is almost like a neutral to me. So I feel like Snake can go with red. It can go with a teal. It's got a little bit of the teal in it. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got a bit of teal in there, which is really awesome. So I actually wore this, and then I had it with just my black platform shoes and my coat, and I was warm enough, I was comfortable, I really enjoyed it, and I just had tights on underneath. It's so fun. So this is what we're creating. Oh, and then there's another fabric that you can also have it as, because somebody's done a pre-order on this one. So the constellation, the black and white, she calls it the constellation because it looks constellation-y. That's the other thing, is that you can have this dress. Oh, yes. So you could have oh my goodness, now I have another idea. So this will be the dress option. So you can either have the three-way sleeveless or the three-way sleeve. Oh, that's so fabulous. And then let me see if you could do, I bet it's possible. Hold on, let me try this. I just want to see if the magic blouse will go over it. I think it will. Hold on, let me see. Okay, oh my goodness, you must see all the clothes on the floor. It's quite ridiculous. Insane. And then of course you can still belt it. Okay, so here's the three-way dress with the sleeve, right? So can I put on this one? Yes, I can. I can. Oh, this is so, okay, wait, hold on, let me just see. Will it work? Let me see if I need to. Yes, as long as I pull the sleeve down. Oh my goodness. It works. Okay, not these two fabrics together. Not these two fabrics together, but so you can have the three-way dress in the sleeve or the sleeveless. So now it's even more of a choice. Do you think the choices are overwhelming, Dawn? Do you think it's too much to choose? Oh, thank you. I'm so glad. Do you think it's so? Sometimes the problem is that, listen, I love to give women choices, but sometimes it overwhelms them. Do you think there's too much choice? I just want to close this window quickly because it's a little chilly. My cat wanted to look out the window. Hold on, here we go. Do you think there's, okay. Okay, so what we'll do on Saturday, because I'm going to do the show on Saturday, is that I'll clear the rack and I'll have all the pieces so that everybody can see it as a story. And then we'll go through the different fabric options as well. And then what you can do is you can also pre-order your Co-ord. And there'll be deals as well. Because if you get it as a Co-ord, it's cheaper than if you buy the individual pieces. So you create your Co-ord. It's going to be so fun. I'm so excited for it. Okay, so are there any other questions, girls? Feel free to let me know if you want to pre-order anything. So I have had some women who have already pre-ordered. So this does happen, right? It does happen. So they pre-order sometimes. You can put a hold on the fabric. If you bought from me before and we know each other, you can say to me, Tracy, I really want that Co-ord, but can I put like a deposit on it? And then I just save the fabric for you. And then when you're ready, you can pay the rest and we make it up for you. So that's one of the things that can be done. It's going to be really, really easy because the Co-ord is everything's going to mix and match with each other. And then I'm going to bring in some staples that I think that are good to have in your closet that will make it more wearable for you. So on Thursday, on Thursday, we're talking about how to dress taller. So I'm going to do a show on how to dress taller on Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. And then on Saturday, I'm doing the 2 pieces, 10 outfits. And we're going to do the Co-ord. So it's going to be super fun. All right, Dawn, are there any questions? I just want to check in with you, and there's some other people on as well. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I will see you on Thursday. Feel free if you do want to reach out, if you want to discuss any of these things, if you want to discuss any of the styles that you saw that you like, and maybe you're too shy to do it online or in the show, feel free to reach out to me on my website, tracygoldnewyork.com. And you can use the contact page. It comes directly to me. So I'd be happy to help you, and have a wonderful day, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.